you're live.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another cast. I'm Pink Penguin, and this is the Gosu Gamer Steel Series World Cup, and it's the winners bracket semifinals. Just with me is the Headhunter. How you doing, man?
Doing good. Looking forward to a good game.
Yeah, absolutely. We are going to see MSI go against KD Gaming this time around, and Jack Hack, of course, is on camera. Just hope he does a good job. But we've seen the bands come out, and I'm just quickly going to go through them. It is going to be Slither, Dr. Repulsor, Bombardier, Chipper, Pebbles, and Magnus. I don't know, yeah, we did talk about this a few seconds ago. The Chipper ban, what do you think of that?
I don't think it's as viable now as it was like a couple months ago or whenever Chipper was super OP. But I mean, he's still a good hero. He has a very strong ultimate, especially after he gets that stab in the Master, and he's just a strong hero overall. So I'm not against that ban necessarily, but maybe there could have been other bans that would be better.
Yeah, of course. And I have not been keeping up on the competitive scene lately, but the Bombardier being banned, I haven't really seen him being played at all in competitive games. Have you seen that at all?
Yeah, you can thank Chu for that. He basically destroyed everyone with Bombardier.
Alright, yeah.
And, and just Bombardier as a hero. And if you look at No Tail's most recent games, he actually destroyed with Bombardier 4 out of his last 7 games, so that would probably be another reason for it. I mean, that hero is just ridiculous with its boom dust and stuff. Can do so much damage. His ult's amazing too. So
yeah. Definitely, I'm watching the stats for those games, and it's like 25, 15, 13, and 14 kills. So yeah, okay, definitely. I still want to see a game with the Bombardier. I might actually have to check on that Chu game. But the new hero, Moraxus, or whatever he's called, is mutual banned. I think you said, right?
Yes, he's not banned in the tournament, but both teams did agree to mutual ban him, so yeah, we will not be seeing him, sadly.
Sadly indeed. It's always fun to see a new hero being played.
But we might be seeing Trixie on Rampage.
Well, that would be surprising, though. It's not often you do see a Rampage being played in a high-tier game, but so far, the picks, I'm going to go through the... Actually, I'm just going to go through the Legion team first, hope that they finish their picks by the end. For the first pick, let's check. They did pick up that Andromeda first pick, but after that they picked up a Glacius and Bubbles, and still waiting for the 2 last picks. But for the Hellborn team, we have Pharaoh, Hammerstorm, Witchslayer, Forsaken Archer, and a Soul Stealer being highlighted. So if they do go with that Soul Stealer, what do you think of the Hellborn team?
I mean, you're going to expect probably a Soul Stealer mid, Pharaoh long lane with the Hammerstorm, Witchslayer, Forsaken tri-lane, which is actually kind of a weird tri-lane. I don't know. I mean, Hammerstorm kind of wants some farm, but it's still a good tri-lane. It has a ton of disables, and that's actually pretty strong. Like, looking at Legion, they have an Andromeda Glacius something tri-lane. Looks like it might be Madman. And the Forsaken Witchslayer Hammerstorm tri-lane would definitely beat that, so...
Alright, yes, and we're going to see Freshbro playing his trusty Hellbringer. We've seen him play a Hellbringer a bunch of times and being successful at that. So we're also going to see a Gladiator being picked up for the Legion team. Now, Gladiator has been a part of a few of MSI's lineups lately, and they have been quite successful with it. So I'm going to have to see how they fare in this game. Now, for the Hellborn team, we're still waiting for that last pick, but looks like it will be Soul Stealer, but by the means, it doesn't look like he's switched highlights. So I'm gonna maybe call that Soul Stealer. We're gonna have to see how that turns out. But for the Legion team, what do you think they're gonna do with that? Do you think they're gonna tri-lane that Glacius? Sorry, not Glacius, Gladiator.
Yeah, I think absolutely we'll see a Hellbringer mid, Bubbles long lane. They might switch that around, but I feel like Bubbles or Hellbringer would both be okay against Soul Stealer. It just depends on which one of them feels more confident in that lane. And then we'll see an Andromeda Glacius Gladiator tri-lane almost guaranteed. And that's actually a lot better than that Madman tri-lane that they're at least potentialing before. And I think that might be able to fare against this Witchslayer Hammerstorm Forsaken tri-lane, but that's like ridiculous. Witchslayer stun and Forsaken stun, Talmud with that's 3 AoE stuns, so I don't know. That's pretty hard to beat.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And it looks like, yeah, of course, all the heroes are picked, so the game will just go right through, and gonna have to see if they do change anything, or if they do anything unusual with the lines, with the lanes. Um, but so far, we are expecting 2 trial lanes, and we're gonna see how they do place them. If they, what do you think? Do you think they're gonna pit them against each other, or go on the opposite lanes?
I kind of feel like it would be smartest for MSI to throw their tri-lane bottom, and if assuming KD is going to throw theirs top, and try and get their long lane hero against KD's lane. Because if KD's tri-lane is alone, then Hammerstorm and Forsaken are going to kind of get somewhat split farm, like because Hammerstorm does need some farm, and they're going to have to work with trying to get both of them farm and experience. And because I think their tri-lane is going to lose, MSI's tri-lane is going to lose, almost guaranteed. So. And it looks like they are going to send it bottom, so I think that'll be a lot better for them because they only really need that Gladiator to get that farm, and he can become really strong really fast.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like they will, of course, be going with that trial lane as we see Gladiator making his way down bottom. And actually, wow, so fast. I mean, they're so quick in buying their items. Looking at the Hellborn team, they haven't really moved out. So, just being surprised at how well MSI is doing. But for the Hellborn team, looks like will we see a trial lane? Yes, we will. But they're gonna pit it against the other trial lane.
So they read exactly what I said MSI was going to do, and they're going to be one step ahead of them and actually send their tri lane bottom. So MSI is going to have to adapt to this, and I'm not really sure how they're going to be able to do it. And it looks like we're also going to see this Bubbles versus Soulstealer in middle. So I don't know, that lane is not great for Bubbles, but I think Bubbles can do okay if he does it right.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure how Hellbringer would do. He does have that life voice, so he could probably manage against a Soul Stealer. But Bubbles with that escape mechanism would also just be very good against that Soul Stealer. But again, yes, this is a Legion Courier, so this is interesting. Not interesting, but it's good. I mean, you see the Legion Courier scouting out the lane to see where they are going with their trial lane, and we see the Couriers doing a bit of a dance right here. Both the Legion and Hellborn Courier just dancing around each other. But that's something we usually see by very high tier teams. Just scouting out with that Courier, and that's just awesome. Really, we'll see if they. What do you think? Do you think they would do a better job if they switch the trial lane, go top instead, or do you think they should just stick with it?
I think MSI should honestly switch to the tri-lane top. I just feel like they have two single-targeted semi-disables, because Glacius's freeze isn't even a real disable. They have Andromeda's stun and Gladiator's AoE, whereas Hellborn has AoE stun from Hammerstorm, Line AoE stun from Witchslayer, and AoE stun from Forsaken Archer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Immobilized,
absolutely.
But still, I just feel like if they send it top, it would be way better, because then Gladiator's going to get that farm he needs. And he's really their only carry. They don't even really have... I mean, Gladiator's definitely a hard carry of sorts, but, I mean, Hellborn has that Forsaken for late game, the Soul Stealer for late game, and the Hammerstorm for late game.
We see Witchslayer already counter-warding down bottom by the room spot. So, the Legion team are going to be without a ward for 6 minutes now, unless they place. Do they have one more? Yes, they do. So they can't place another one. But if they don't, then Solstier ganking that trial will just be so painful. I mean, with the amount of burst damage he does against Andromeda and Glacius, wow, that will be premature kills.
Yeah, and I mean, he doesn't even need to really gank the trial, and I feel like it's going to be pretty hard for KD to win there. And I think it's more just so he can control the runes, because that would be Bubbles' only real way to win the lane, would be to get all the runes, but he's not going to be able to now. So, looking top though, we do see Pharaoh and Hellbringer. I don't think there's going to be that much action from that lane right now, but Pharaoh looks to be winning the lane actually pretty badly right now, already a level ahead. So,
yeah, it does show a bit in the stats, but Hellbringer does have that almost the same sort of harass. I think it does about the same damage. Not sure, I haven't done the math, and he also has that life void. So I don't know. I think in a few levels, Hellbringer might just catch up. But we'll have to see as we see another pause. I'm not sure what the problem was this time. But anyway, I'm just gonna keep my eyes on this bottom lane, see if anything happens, as I do expect a lot of action down here. Yeah, okay, yeah, I know.
It looks like, actually, yeah, right now Gladiator's whip is destroying this bottom lane and actually forcing all the Hellborn tri-lane to stay back. So that's pretty much the way the Legion needs to play this lane. They need to harass with whips so much that the Hellborn is too scared to initiate. And I feel like once level 3 comes along, or even level 2, we're going to see a first blood on either Andromeda or Glacius. Either one would be pretty much equally easy. I expect him to go on Andromeda just because she has the actual stun, and that would be the best person to take out fast.
Well, honestly, when it comes to that whip, 75 or about 74 true damage on someone like a Witchslayer is a lot of damage.
Absolutely, and it only grows as he gains more levels.
Yeah, of course.
Like, ridiculously.
Yeah, no, looking at the creep kills, of course, he's just dominating it so far. 10 creep kills, and looking at the Forsaken Archer has 5. We do see,
wow.
Like, nice initiation on that Witchslayer, and we do see a Bloodlust from that Gladiator. So, definitely what they need. Just saw how powerful it is, with this combo, and they can definitely, manage with feeding off of the support heroes from the Hellborn team.
Yeah, I just don't know why KD isn't being more aggressive. They have more disables and strong, like, they should be being really aggressive right now.
Oh, they go for it again. Nice pitfall, getting all 3 of the Hellborn heroes.
Letting MSI just take control of this lane. I really feel like KD needs to be way more aggressive. They have the more aggressive tri-lane. The only thing they need to be scared of is that whip, and that's not that scary. I mean, it's not reason to lose the lane. Yeah. And they might take Andromeda here. Yep.
Yeah, and we just see, of course, Forsaken Archer getting a kill on Andromeda, so that's pretty good for them. But like you said, I think they really need to show more, show their teeth, be a bit more aggressive, because they do have the advantage when it comes to aggression. But again, MSI, that's just the way they play. I'm always funny. It's always funny to see an MSI game just because of that, just aggressiveness from their entire team. And we're gonna see mid Bubbles getting ganked. Yeah. Will they manage to? Oh, nice, nice to take cover from that Bubbles. Just missing. Just managing to evade the Hammerstorm stun. But in the meantime, though, Forsaken Archer is all alone. Now, looks like they will not be able to go on her. It looks like, I'm not sure. Why didn't Glacius use the imprisonment? But whatever. She's not getting any farm right now. But that is not true for the Gladiator, who's just getting a bunch of farm. He's up to 18 creep kills and 355 gold per minute.
Yep, and actually, KD probably, I think they had some bad communication on that gank, because Witchslayer and Hammerstorm both stunned simultaneously. They didn't really try and chain their stuns, and if they had done that, they probably would have been able to kill Bubbles, even with that take cover dodging one of the stuns, but instead he got both of them. So we do see Witchslayer now heading mid with invisibility, going to try for this Bubbles again, and I think they'll be successful as long as he hits his stun.
Well, one thing worth noting is that Witchslayer is just a level 1, so he only has one CC right now, and that is the Graveyard Stun. So, and it looks like Bubbles is going to head back for reasons unknown. He still has, he has pretty low health, but he does have that mana battery, and he does have a bottle. I'm not sure. It looks like the courier was busy, but
I think he sees Witchslayer being gone, and he's actually gonna head back just to be safe, which I think is a good idea. It is gonna get Soulstealer some free farm though, so that's good for KD.